minimize OBS, all that fun stuff. Make it full screen one more time. Check the Twitch, check the Discord, make sure no one said anything crazy important. Oh, someone messaged somewhere. I'll be working on that tonight. Alright, we're up. Stay. Oh, excuse me. So, besides my quick recap, do you remember what the main point of what we're doing, where we're trying to go, all that fun stuff?
To be honest, I remember we were trying to get back at the pirates, right?
Okay. So since you didn't watch last week's session, how dare you? We had established where they were at on the routes, which is why we hooked up with these transporters. They're scrap haulers, basically. And we wanted to be their bodyguard to basically just get a surprise attack on these guys, because allegedly they're just flying solo by themselves at a specific spot. So if we just look like some regular yahoos, hey, who are flying up on them, we'll have a better chance. Your DM has told you that this is a bad choice, but we're still running with it because that's how it be. Hey, look at you, all dressed up and fancy. All right. As per before, DM hat on is me speaking as a DM. DM hat off is me speaking as my character. So I will be tossing this thing on nonchalantly when I remember that I'm speaking as a DM. But basically, when the hat is on, pay attention to what I'm saying. Otherwise, it's me just simple information or me talking as a character. So you guys are on Ermac's Revenge, your ship.
I like that hair.
Thank you. And you are traveling in the space yards. RJ, do you remember how far on our 4-day journey we had made it before we had in last session? Or was it longer than that?
I'll have to check my sheet. Hold on a second. Let me get in here.
Okay. Flex. Go to gym after this. Go cry after an hour. When you lift the heavy things, the small voices stop talking. It's great.
Oh, fuck.
That good, huh? Anyway, while you're looking that up, I'm going to assume we're at day 2 of the 4-day journey, because I'm pretty sure we're in the middle. And it was a good stopping point. We just had a space combat, and our ship was basically in touch because you got the best pilot in the world. Just kidding. Honestly, though, we got a really good ship. I built this thing way better than I think I should have. So you're welcome. And also, you guys have fantastic rolls, so that always helps. Where was I? Besides doting my own self. Traveling. Alright, let me roll some dice and see how far you make it day quote-unquote 3. So you guys make it not very far into the day before something occurs. And it's exactly what I need it to be. Just kidding, it's a good thing. So as you guys are flying through, you make it to the would-be spaceport that you were heading to pick up more scrap. Sorry, I take it back. It's not 4 days. There's 4 stations that you're stopping with, and then the 5th station is the drop-off point. And if you guys will remember, the pirates are somewhere in between the last drop-off point and the last station. So you're basically stuck with these guys till the end of the ride anyway. But day 2 heading on, or station 2 heading to station 3, not super far from the last station, you get a small distress signal. Do you answer the hail, or do you leave it be?
Distress signal? What do you mean by distress signal?
It is literally like someone is begging for help, like they've been hit by an asteroid, or their ship broke down in space, or just the regular comms, hey, come help us.
Is there any way to turn it down?
I mean, you can completely ignore it if you want. It just pops up on the dash, beep, 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 and you click a button and it goes, that's a way. Or, well, let's go turn on the GPS. You guys will know that sometimes these things could be years old and no one turned it off because they left their ship
Yeah.
there or things like that. So they're not like a mandatory thing to check out. But it's kind of the Good Samaritan thing to do. From
I just turned it down.
from a character perspective, are you sure you would do that?
Oh, and the character perspective?
Yeah,
After rethinking about my character, maybe.
maybe you can roll a d12. My suggestion, if you don't know how your character react, roll a d12. 1 to 6 are the worst opinion or decreasingly bad, and 6 through 12 are better. 12 being like high tier positive, 1 being like nah, I ain't doing jack diddly.
All right. Let me pull up my dice app.
Dun, 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 dun. Dice up for the win.
Find the dice app. Jesus Christ. Dice app. There you are. D12, you say, huh?
D12, I do say. Again, this isn't a mandatory roll. This is just one of those. Like, as a
It's
player, I would
one.
like to do this, but as a character, I'm not sure. A what?
It's a 1.
Okay, so you were just like, I ain't playing with this. I don't care about this. F that noise. Does anyone else in the group have any major feelings towards checking out this distraction signal? I will roll for the other ship. My character is actually pretty high tier on, like, we should probably go check that out. Worst comes to worst, there's more salvage for us.
Yeah, I mean, let's ask the crew see if they want to go see if there's more salvage over there.
So as of our last salvaging attempt, they are very much just want to stick on the line where it's safe, quote unquote. Trying to keep alive, all that fun stuff.
Well, now they really don't get a choice.
Yeah. So, I mean, so we're following them, so they have lead on this. But if we were to politely suggest, no, you're coming with us, they'd follow. Because they definitely don't want to be left alone. Because last combat they took all the damage. We didn't get touched, but they got goofed up. Their ship is at like 3/4 health, and we haven't hit a repair station yet.
So why don't we go to a repair station?
Say what?
Why don't we go to a repair station?
That's the next station we're going to. Is they'll make some repairs. They just didn't have the what they needed to trade at that point. They were just on collecting, and the station itself was pretty automated. And we may have rushed them just a little bit, because we didn't want to stick around where there was.
For lack of a better term,
Yeah.
they're messed up. I don't know if we should go try and investigate this thing.
Okay, that's a totally fair point as well. We're looking at a split tie between the people on our ship and the other ship, counting as a whole person. Robot has an opinion. What's she think? She says that noise is super annoying. Let's just go there and at least turn it off so we don't have to listen to it anymore. I don't know how you guys feel about our incommunicado robot, but she is for saving the ship. So, I rolled a 12.
Alright. Well, let's go save the ship then.
Okay, so you guys politely convince. Actually, this is a wonderful roleplay point at this point. So you guys hail your friendly ship again after they've kind of given you the, we don't want to check it out. Who would like to talk them into coming with us? Because they could just travel on their own and we could break off and then catch up to them kind of thing. Because it shouldn't take us an expedient amount of time to check the ship out.
I'll take it from here.
I don't have very good charisma, so.
I don't think any of us have.
Russ, you're one of the most charismatic people I know.
I got a modifier 0. Anyone got me beat?
Yeah, I'm 0 with them.
I'll talk to them, I think.
Okay, so we pull up the... Yeah, I was going to say, you're like the de facto captain at this point because you have the highest charisma out of the rest of us. We kind of just do things.
I'm kind of charismatic, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that how you built your character?
Yeah. Not intentionally, though. It just kind of fell apart at the seams.
Okay, so we hail them. They talk to you. They go, what's up?
Hey, bro, we got this distract signal we're going to go check out. I suggest you come with us.
Okay, but we didn't want to, but I guess maybe go ahead and roll some kind of charisma check to convince them to come with you. You can intimidate, you can use diplomacy, culture, bluff, whatever you feel like your character would use to try to have these people come with us.
Oof.
Heck, for your character, I think religion's a skill, isn't it? No, that's probably under diplomacy.
Yeah, it's under diplomacy, but my intimidate is higher than my diplomacy. So we're going to go with intimidate. It's going to be a grand total of 14.
What? Okay, I will counter roll, but that's probably gonna pass. Yeah, you're good. So they listen to you heartily and say, "Okay,
Well, of course
well,
we do. I'm one charismatic dude. It's good to go help people.
yeah." You give them the rat things or something, and they go, "We ain't playing with that. No, thank you, sir."
And you know what's funny? The rat man's would sure change his stance from, fuck that ship to, alright, let's go save the ship.
You will know that because you use this intimidation thing, these guys are going to be very helpful in the near future, but after about a day or so, that'll wear off and they'll go back to being neutral.
Okay.
One of the effects that you get for interacting with people is how friendly they are to you, and they, at this point, were friendly and not helpful, and you've basically bumped them up to helpful, and they'll go back to kind of neutral afterwards, because you scared them.
So all fucking 2'3".
Yeah, all of it. Don't forget you got that moxie. You know, that pizzazz.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. Alright, anyway, so you and you and you and the ship fly. You get to the destruct signal relatively unaided, hopefully. Let's see. Yeah. We good. I pilot through and don't crash us into anything. And what's sitting there is a ship, not super dissimilar to the one you are transporting with. It's just a slight tad bit bigger. It had what looks to be the remains of a full-on cargo wagon, basically, right? So it's something that you can tow behind your ship, more or less. I'm listening.
So I said, oh, scrap.
The ship itself has two large holes in the side of it. Looks like something like smashed into it or something along those lines. It's completely breached. You do see the would-be remains of several people / aliens floating in space. And you will notice that the trailer has pretty goofed up like door joints. You know what I mean? Like where there should be doors, there's like slashes and cuts, and obviously someone cut their way through the outside exterior to get to whatever was on the inside of this.
So it'd be better to repair than buy a new one.
I mean, maybe. I wouldn't. Go ahead and make an engineering check to see if you would, from this distance, if you would even judge this ship as flyable / recoverable.
I got good engineering.
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. Both of those are important. Go ahead and roll, RJ. Let's see what you think. Excuse me.
Okay, my engineering is a... Where are we at engineering? +8. +24.
Okay, so nice. Between the two of you, you can say that the majority of this is basically scrap. There's no salvaging this, and from what you can see from the outside, it looks like someone might have already salvaged a good bit of it. So unless we're trying to salvage the scrap iron and whatnot, and maybe if there's any extra ammunition or something, we could check that out. But like the robot said, have we named our Cortana-esque AI yet? I don't think we have. Do you guys want to give your AI a name?
I don't know.
I have been calling it a girl, but it can change to whatever gender we feel is appropriate.
It's gender fluid?
It's a computer program. You literally just click the gender like a create a character.
Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke.
So, name? Or do you guys care about a name, or are you just gonna call it computer?
You
We
want to
can
call it
call it.
Louise?
I was gonna say
Louise!
we can call it Caitlin.
Caitlin. I see where you're going with the joke now. I'm gonna have to edit this out later. Son of a gun. Um, but okay, so Louise or Caitlin. How about we call
Let's
it
go with Louise.
Louise? All right, Louise it is. Louise. I'm just gonna have a Spanish accent that I'm just gonna destroy the entire time. That's gonna be terrible. Um, Louise tells you that she is detecting a life signal on board.
A life signal, huh?
A singular life signal, yes.
Is it? I ask her, is it a weak? Is it a weak life signal, strong life signal, or is it like barely holding on for life, or does it still feel pretty strong?
At this distance, it's relatively strong from what she can tell.
Can she tell if it's sentient?
No, not with the type of scanners we have. They aren't that accurate, unfortunately.
I tell the little ship to go check it out.
We are the little ship.
Oh, the salvage. The bodyguard one. How big is the bodyguard one?
That's us.
No, the other one, the one we're bodyguarding. That should have
Uh,
been more specific.
so it's the size of that. The ones that we've been fighting that have all been robots, except for this has been
Uh,
scooped out to fly people, basically.
so it's a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger than us, yeah. It's
All
like,
right. Well, let's go.
all
Let's
right.
go check out this life signal because it shouldn't be on this ship. I mean, is there things that can survive in space without the proper equipment, like besides robots?
I look over at you and
Cyborg?
say, I could walk out there just fine. Wouldn't be an issue for me. You people that need air
Well,
that
I'm
have
not sure
issues.
too. It's metal spine. What's a
Metal sp-
derogatory term for a cyborg?
well, I'm not a cyborg, so I don't know.
Whatever.
Hacking bits.
There you go. That's your new name.
Hacking bits. Raj is apprehensive. Yeah, to that name. I'm not even a cyborg. At least get it right. Android. Weirdo.
All right, let's go check out this life form. Let's not go directly up to it. Let's get closer to see if our scans can get any better.
Okay, so you guys get pretty close to the ship itself. Again, wherever it's in is kind of like our scans are only going to be able to tell us that there are life forms. They can't like tell you the gender and age or anything
Yeah.
like that from where we're at. We don't have a medical bay on our ship, so we don't get those fun features.
Okay.
We should eventually. Yeah, we have the space for it. We just have to get the parts and pieces and be a high enough level.
There's that level thing.
And there's that level thing. Speaking of our ship, just to talk about that, we have 3 cargo holds, which means we do have a med bay. Oh, I'm dumb. Don't mind me. Yeah, we have escape pods and a med bay. So we should actually have that. So if one of you wants to go into the med bay and do extra scans, you can do so. Or we could just hop off the ship and look for it with our own eyes. Also an option.
Let's hop on the ship and look for with our own eyes.
Okay, you do so. I'm not going to put a map on here. We're going to just theater of the mind this for now, because again, this isn't necessarily combat-y. So you
Theater
guys...
of the mind.
Theater of the mind. You guys hit the ship walls, right? You're wearing your would-be spacesuits. Last session, we picked up these things called gel helmets. Is that what we called them, or gel suits?
Oh, the gel rings, whatever?
Gel rings. Yeah. They're basically circular rings that encase your upper half with a gel-like substance that you can breathe through. Gives you an extended period of time for flying in space. So if you happen to get thrown into the void, you'll live for a week of and then die of starvation instead of dying instantaneously of no oxygen. So
What about the lower half?
I mean, you might. I don't know how long you can live without food, but whatever. You.
What about the lower half?
Lower half. Well, I mean, whatever. land safely. Go ahead and everyone make a athletics or acrobatics check to see how well you land on the ship. 23.
Athletics or acrobatics? We can choose.
You can choose. Yep.
I'll do athletics plus 12.
21.
Okay.
I rolled a critical and with a plus 12, so 32.
Superhero landing on the destroyed spaceship. Just good. I'm ready to fight. Guns drawn. Here we go. Unfortunately,
Dead or alive, nothing with me.
Yeah, exactly. So you land on the ship. There seems to be no power to the ship itself, or at least in the section which you guys landed in. The section you guys landed in looks to be where the crew quarters were. And again, there's those large open holes that bored through the ship or whatever. Otherwise, you can inspect the crew quarters, or you can move on to another part of the ship. The ship is big enough to where it has. Oh, let me do a roll here. That's too low. It has 11 rooms, including this one. So there's 10 other places you can kind of explore / check out. So there'll be like engines room, the main deck, the probably storage supply places, wherever the heck this life form is chilling at, and then obviously the Winnebago on the back.
I say we basically just go try and find this life form, bro. We already know it's been looted here.
Okay, that's probably a good decision. So you guys hightail it to where the life form will be. You go a couple rooms over, and it looks to be a cold storage bay. A good majority of the cold storage tubes have been completely destroyed via some kind of attack or something. You can see burn marks and blast marks, like there was a fight among the ship. Big surprise. You actually, as you're in there, there's a lot of like frozen blood and like floating bodies. This ship looks like it had 21-ish people, maybe. I mean, when you entered the bunk room, you counted at least 15 racks or so. So there's a plethora of various aliens still floating in space. But as you enter the medical room, or not the medical room, sorry, the cold storage room, there is what looks to be a functioning cryopod. It has something on the inside, and it still has power. But it's on its own temporary source and looks like it needs to be moved relatively quickly. Otherwise, it's going to shut off, and the person in there is going to freeze for real.
Do I recognize this thing?
So the thing in the pod is completely frozen over. You can't see what's in there. From the size of the pod itself, though, it's definitely humanoid shaped.
I look at RJ and be like, it might be valuable. If we can get a look at the face and see what it is, we can always refreeze it.
Yeah, I think it's worth seeing. Maybe they'll know something about what we need.
I agree.
Okay, so you guys, do you like scrape it off with one of your weapons? Do you open the thing up just straight up in the middle of space and depressurize it? Like, what's the thought here?
Oh, I was thinking we're going to move it to our ship and take it with us.
Okay, so that could work too.
I didn't, to be honest, I didn't even think about that.
I was going to say, right man over here just like, let's just open this thing in space. We'll look at the face, they're frozen, they'll be fine.
They are frozen.
They are frozen, but because of cryosleep, you still need some source of recycled air, basically, to help you pump your fluids and whatnot. Because otherwise, if you open up a cryopod in the cold vacuum of space, it just becomes a pod. The cryo is not helpful.
It's a popsicle.
It's a true.
Yordi is a popsicle, but we'll discuss the merits of cryo regeneration later. Let's take it back to the.
To be fair, we've all been cryo-frozen at this point. Well, at least you two have. My character hasn't necessarily been frozen, but I can tell you I've had previous experience with it. So, you guys have to detach the pod and move it to the ship. So, I need someone to either make a life science check or engineering check to get this thing ready for transport.
I can do an engineering
Do you have
check.
an extra one of those ring things we could just throw over the fucking frozen thing?
Again, you would have to open the pod, exposing them to the vacuum of space.
I mean, give us a couple seconds.
I mean, maybe, but also, don't you need one?
That's why I said we have an extra one.
No.
Alright, I'll give you life science, Roger.
Okay, well, you guys can work in tandem. You can both roll. They'll just be different check values. So
17 and 8 25.
okay,
28.
okay, yeah. Both between the two of you, one of you engineering some little flight system, so you're not just pushing it through the vacuum of space, hoping that an asteroid doesn't smash you, and the other one disconnecting it appropriately so that the person on the inside lives as long as an asteroid doesn't hit you. The two of you will get it moved. Raj will walk over and say, "I'll take it back to the ship if you guys want to explore for a little bit. Is that all right?"
Well, I mean, do we want to explore? Or do we just want to get the heck out of here? I mean, there's nothing of value except for this thing here.
Maybe. You don't know. You haven't checked the other places. And you'll probably want to head up to the main deck to turn off the distress signal.
Oh yeah, we need to go do that.
Turn off the distress signal. Fucking thing's annoying.
Also, does it look like we could salvage the tow behind thing to add so we could carry more salvage or no?
Yeah. That would be something you could probably do. It would take you a little bit of time, but you could probably find the pieces and parts to shove together. Worst comes to worst, you use scrap to fix the scrap so you can collect more scrap.
Hey, hey, what about the robots we have that are in our ship? Can we program them to do it while we're exploring the ship?
Ooh, that's a good question. That would actually be a great use. I can go back to the ship and send them over your way.
That'll do it. Or
Okay.
just tell them to do that. Just tell them to get this thing ready to get towed behind our vehicle.
Okay, we can probably, because of how similar this is to our friendly ship, we can probably attach it to the friendly ship. Because again, we're not towing any salvage because we don't really.
Yes, let's attach to the friendly ship.
Okay, so I make my Dex acrobatics check with my negatives with the thing, make it just fine, and we land over there. I'm not gonna do anything special for the repair robots. I send them your way, and I'm gonna do some percentile / D8s to see how long it takes them to get everything ready. Okay. Oh yeah, killing it.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, so
Yeah. When we did the trenching, we actually took it all the way to the yellow line, so you get plenty of room.
So in under 2 hours, they're able to completely repair the tow along and get it reattached to our friendly ship. So you guys have 2 hours worth of exploring basically before they can get it hooked up and ready to go.
Cool beans.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go try and work our way up to where I can find the captain's logs or the combat logs.
Okay. Like I said, there is several bays that you can go into. So if you're going straight to the main deck, which is probably where those things would be at, unless you're looking for the captain's quarters, hoping that there's a specific room for captain's quarters. What you say?
I think I'm just going to the main. I think I'm going to go to the main deck, command deck right now.
You do so. Command deck has 6 bodies floating in it. One of them partly through the window. Looks like they may have crashed and the body, into the glass because it wasn't wearing a seatbelt, kind of thing.
They're not spacesuits.
That one that's in the window is definitely not. He did not have time to do so. The others look like they had something similar to your gel rings on, but not quite the same thing. They're more like flight suits than long-term out in space kind of things.
That's kind of crazy. This dude went through the window of a spaceship, bro. Do you know how hard those windows probably have to be?
Yeah.
Let's push him the rest of the way out.
You do so. It's really easy because he's basically mush. It is more likely that there was probably a hole that went through the shield and he got sucked out. And his body just, stuck there. But, he's basically gush as you shove him out the rest of the window. The rest of the cabin's already depressurized, though, so it's really easy. So you have an engineering slot, a gunner's slot, the captain's seat, pilot seat, just like our ship. They notably do not have a science officer position. You'll also note that the sensors that were there were low grade, medium range, budget level. You know what I mean? Just enough where they could see in front of their face, kind of thing.
Okay. I'm gonna go check out the gunner position.
You do so. There's no power to the ship currently. So it's a dead console.
Power to... Well, isn't that fantastic? No power to the ship. Is there any way I could rig up some type of like nifty battery device to the computer just upon what's around the room?
Sure, you can see if you can rig something up to maybe see if there's like a internal power source that you could connect and turn everything on, or whatnot. Let's see. Go ahead. I think that'd be another engineering check, to be honest. That or physical science.
Oh,
what's it going to be? Engineering or physical science?
You could use either. They have different checks.
Okay. I would do the engineering check.
Okay.
14 is 22.
22. Okay.
28.
28 on which skill?
Engineering.
Okay, so you're both using engineering. As you guys are trying to whittle-waddle the power sources and whatnot into the ship, you'll notice that it's high-tier pointless to do so at this point because the main core exploded.
Oh.
Basically,
Would I know enough to figure out if there'd be a way to like retrieve the logs without the power going on, and like on a flash drive or something?
Yeah, you have computer skills, right? You could probably jack something that you have into there. Now, technically, you don't have any of that stuff, but we can kind of yada yada, cool man, chew. You have a portable phone in your pocket kind of thing because you have a communicator, right? One of you does.
I do.
Okay, so you can hot rig his communicator basically to download as much information as it can hold, and then you can transfer it over to our ship later. All I need is a computer's check to see if you can do that.
Alright, computer check on the way.
Oof.
14.
14. Wow. Ooh. Oh, good thing that's what you needed. Barely. So as you hook this up, and it takes you a little bit, but you finally get it. Also, as a side note, this would be a perfect place to use a roll 10 or roll 20.
It would, wouldn't it? Let's take a 10.
I mean, you've already passed, so you don't need to worry about it. But what I'm saying is, in this situation where you're like not worried about time, and you have 2 hours to kind of goof around doing stuff like that, roll 20 it. But you rolled, so it happens a little bit faster. Your issue that you find as you're doing this is the power source that you are connecting into the systems isn't enough for you to see what you're downloading. So you're kind of just getting whatever you can get and have to read it at the ship later.
Basically,
yeah. It's a what's the best way to describe it? It's a
shot?
blind shot. Yeah, just hope and find something and pulling it out. That takes 30-ish minutes between you guys doing your stuff and it downloading and whatnot. You hear a little ding on the communicator indicating that it's full.
Well, it's full. What's the next plan there, sir? My idea is done.
You will notice there is one thing that does have power. That is in
Which
the
is?
command. It's the emergency distress signal. It has its own power source. It's not connected to the systems. It's just kind of sitting behind the captain's chair. It kind of...
Let's turn that damn thing off.
You do so! Really easy. No actions needed. You just go over and push it and it's off. As a side note, your ship currently doesn't have one of these. Would you like to disassemble it and take it to your ship, or do you don't care?
Yeah, let's.
It isn't necessarily a standard feature of all ships.
I mean, if we have a distress, how long, on average, do people respond to distress signals? How long does it take?
That depends. Depends on what part of space you're in. And where we're at currently, pretty quick because there's enough people flying through the asteroids on a regular basis, and ships crash here on a pretty regular basis because a asteroid smashing into them or ships attacking or whatever. So having one isn't a terrible decision. You guys will also know that your ship has escape pods, and the escape pods themselves have little emergency transponders, but your ship itself does not.
Can I take a 20 disassembling this thing?
You can. Too easy. Boom, boom, bada bing. Takes you a little bit of time. While you're doing that, I'm going to throw over to RJ's character because he can do this by himself. He doesn't need assistance. But it will take him 20-ish minutes before he's finished. So in that time, would you like to do anything? Or are you just going to sit there with your hands behind your head, all four of them, just chilling?
I guess maybe I'll look through the I'll check out the crew members, see if they have anything on them.
Okay. So you go through the crew, and it looks like I'm not even going to make you roll for this because it's pretty apparent. But they've been searched. None of their bodies are undisturbed. Basically, anything of value that they had on them has been snatched. We're talking rings, teeth, spacesuits that aren't damaged have been ripped off, so there's some just like naked people for whatever reasons. Again,
I look up and I tell them to check their prison pocket and go back to doing what I was doing.
I mean, that is an option, but this crew does not look like the type of crew that would use prison pockets. They look pretty legit, you know what I mean? These are 9-to-5 yahoos that transport stuff.
9 to 5 light years.
Okay, so I guess maybe I'll just poke my head through some doors and the crew quarters and that that kind of thing. Kind of look around kitchen,
Okay.
see if there's anything, the pantry, all that.
You go to pantry. Another thing, it's super rated, like destroyed. Some of the thing went through here like a plague of locusts. Anything that could be considered food is not there. For starships, they have a good amount of food to last them for a good amount of time. So, whatever took this was being thorough with the food. You'll also notice on some of the bodies, I'm going to backtrack just a little bit, that quite a few of them are missing limbs that aren't like in near vicinity. You know what I mean? Like there's a dude with an arm cut off or their thighs cut off or whatever, and there's no like it's not just floating somewhere else. It's like it's been removed.
Like they were harvested.
Sort of, kind of, yeah. Yeah, again. That's not something you really got to roll to be like, huh, that's weird. And we'll just say the hacks and cuts were definitely not precise. So it looked like a big old meat cleaver kind of situation. So as you continue popping through the rooms, you probably would be interested in the engineering room since that's your thing. You know, where the engine and power source and all that fun stuff are.
Yes.
So, go ahead and roll a perception check as you get into this ship's engineering/engine room.
Perception. Oh, +1.
Hey, a text message.
11.
11. Okay. Really, 11? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. The core itself looks like it should still be functioning. Like the would-be floating bobble that kind of produces the power in most ships is still there. So it doesn't make a lot of sense that you guys would be like, oh, why is this system's out? But whatever. You kind of just stroll past it as they got goofed up, so it probably just overloaded or something up. What else? I'm trying to think of the other things in there that you might pick up from an 11. Yeah, to your knowledge, there's not a lot of stuff that you would care about. You know, I mean, you're not actually a mechanic. You just like to tinker with things, so nothing really seems out of place. Let's see what else. It's another room that you can check again. You talked to crew about crew quarters, so I'm going to specify that as you find the captain's quarters / officers area, which is basically right below the main deck as you're like heading back to check on your rat folk friend. And the two of you enter at the same time because I'm going to say you can be done there the cell.
All right.
So
Look up and like, got it. What did you find?
This place has been cleaned out and picked over really well.
That's not good. Can you tell how long ago or no? Oh,
No clue whatsoever.
stupid cat.
you'll
Anybody want a cat?
you will no, can't do it. Sorry, as cute as they are, can't do them. You guys will notice that like the only room that wasn't really messed with was the one with the cryopod, and again, most of that was destroyed in some kind of firefight. But like nothing was pulled over there. You didn't even see any like other bodies. You know what I mean, like there's no crew people there.
That's weird.
What else? Oh, brain work. Captain's quarters. So the officer quarters, as we'll call it, because it's really nothing super fancy. It's not like kind of like our rooms on our ship. We don't have our own special rooms. We just have an area that we all sleep in. That's nice. This area has several cots in it, obviously for the people that are considered officers of the ship, which is probably actually, you know, a tenth of the crew or whatever. Well, probably more than a tenth. Like 25% of the crew consider themselves officers, so yeah, whatever. But you enter the room, and in the room there is something on the display case behind what looks to be an actual desk. There's a desk, and there's things behind it, and paperwork and whatnot on it. The thing behind the desk is really far up there. You guys will note that there was a very tall-looking, what are they called? Sorry, brain's not working. Shiririan? Shiririan? Is that what they're called? No, sorry, they start with that now. Anyway, the bug, not the bug people, but the people with antennae that are like psychic. Where are you? But come here, I'll find it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hey, there's the Yoski. It definitely wasn't a Yoski. Lashhadas, right? So there was a Lashhada captain, one of the taller variants of them. So this thing's actually like 9 feet up in the air for some reason.
That's not good.
It's not really bad. It just looks like a mount or something. You know what I mean? So think of it like a hunting rifle. Thing. You know what I mean?
How hard would it be to get up there?
For you guys, you're floating in space, so real easy. There's no gravity here, so you just kind of your way up.
Jump my way up there.
You do so. You pull it down. Again, it looks very much like a hunting rifle. Would you like to take a guess at what it is?
A hunting rifle? For what?
It's not quite a hunting rifle, but yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Sorry. There it is backwards. Gonna pull up the right book and get to the right page. Come on, load faster. Anyway, while this is loading, next to it up there is a small packet box of stuff. Do you want to open that up and see what it is?
Ammo?
Surprise, surprise, you're right. Just like a video game, you just found a whole bunch of ammo.
Aha! Success.
Though, you probably, maybe, haven't seen this type of ammo before.
Does it have a cartridge? And does it have a projectile?
So this looks more like... Oh, what's the best way to describe this? They look like dart packs. So they're like tightly bound packs of darts.
Alright, what would you like, a knowledge check on that?
Sure, or culture.
Let's go with culture. I think culture might be one.
Okay.
Feel not good culture. And no.
Okay.
It's a chill.
That's a no. You're right, friend.
Fuck. I'm like, not today.
Not today, indeed. Oh, come on. I was there. I was there.
I got survival, medicine. I'm a Starship Trooper. That's my uh
I mean, so your profession, right, is mobile infantry. Maybe it's a mobile infantry thing. That might be worth rolling for.
all right. Good. Let me try that. 18 and 12 is 30.
30. Wow, that's really good. You know exactly what this is. You've actually seen one before. So this thing is a. Sorry, I gotta find the right name of it. A Cascade. Wait, we're level 3s, right? A Slipstream class Kalo Shredder.
The what?
It is a Kalo Shredder, is what it's called.
It's a Kalo Shredder.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have a Kalo Shredder.
So the special properties with this weapon, really quick. It's a long arm weapon. It does 1d6 damage. Has a range of 30. Its criticals do 1d4 bleed. And it fires one flechette at a time. And it can hold 8 flechettes. It's analog, so it can't be hacked by magic or craziness. It can have automatic fire, and it fires underwater.
Which would make sense if it was to be able to fire in space, but hey. I like it.
It's kind of cool. Let's see if I can find the actual description around here.
You should take a picture of the description and send it to me.
No, that's no fun. Sounds I can't do that. It's against rules. Rules. Okay, it doesn't have an actual description, unfortunately, but that's okay. Oh, here it is. Favored by the much romanticized Kalo hunters of Kalo Moi, Kalo shredders fire razor-sharp flechettes with nearly silent magnetism. The gun's distinct organic design is grown from magnetic coral that grants you a +2 bonus to KAC against disarm maneuvers in combat. So basically, once you have this gun for a while, it starts to grow on you because of the organic coral on it, and it makes it harder to be taken away from you.
Oh, that doesn't sound like so. Like, what's the end result of this thing? Can I get rid of the coral with my midfield?
Yeah. It just like form fits. It doesn't like wrap over your arm or anything crazy. I mean, unless you die underwater and the coral grows on you. But
that would suck.
Let's avoid that. Yeah.
Let's not do that. Let's not die underwater.
So, underwater weapons with the special property that use the underwater ignore the negative penalty to attack rolls and deal full damage underwater. So that's nice. And then obviously automatic, just like your other automatic weapon, because you have the machine gun, if I remember correctly, right?
I have just a rifle, bro.
I thought you had a machine gun. Who picked up the machine gun? Someone had.
Oh no! I do.
Okay, so it's automatic, just like that one. So you can basically have a 30-foot spread of haha, everyone in here gets shot.
Have a...
Just as a reminder, though.
Did I?
Yeah. You totally had one. You picked it up.
So this is a Shearing eye rifle, Roger. Is that what you said?
Shearing. That's your sniper rifle.
Shearing eye rifle. What do we have here?
The weapon you just picked up is a Kalo Shredder Slipstream class. Kalo, like Halo, but with a K.
Kalo.
As a side note, DeCell, you need to answer text messages about video games because I had questions that you haven't answered yet.
Oh, you can go ahead and return it, bro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, get your trade on, buddy.
Yeah, well, because Battlefield's coming out, and
Yeah, no,
I had to buy the expensive version.
get your
to get
trade
the
on.
fancy thing. So I got like 3 games. To trade.
I'm probably gonna end up stealing some games from you when I come up there. By the way,
How? I don't have any.
you don't have any of the old school Call of Duty games?
Oh no. Those went away a long time ago. Actually, I might. I take that back. I have. I don't know about Call of Duty, but I definitely have some old stuff that I'd be willing to let you have. Cause
Yeah, no, I want the old school stuff like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty. Like Black Ops 2 would be cool.
I can almost guarantee I don't have those because I am a serial buy a game and give it back once I don't need it anymore kind of guy, just like in high school. Just obsessed with sending it. That's why if you remember GameFly was the best thing ever for me. Kind of like Game Pass is now.
That drove me up the wall, bro. You and your damn GameFly. Ugh.
It was the best. Alright. Anyway, where was I? So cool weapon that you guys found on the ship. And the would-be person. Speaking of, we're going to cutscene over to me on the other ship as you guys are kind of heading back and attaching the other bits and pieces with the robots. It's been a couple hours at this point, so I have started the process of de-thawing this person. Let's see how far it's gotten in those 2 hours. Okay, so it'll take probably about 8 hours before the de-thawing process finishes. So, nothing much to stare at this point. Though pretty soon we'll probably be able to make out what kind of creature it is. So by the time you guys get back and hook up, we can do that. So you guys get back, hook up, and we move on our traveling adventure as we do stuff. Couple hours into flight, we'll see what happens. Wow! We start flying, and both ships die. Just
Can I tell if that's some type of attack?
Yes, no, sorta, kinda. So you guys definitely just got hit with some kind of EMP device, internally. Internally, along with your allied ship.
Fuck. I asked the fucking. Oh, so the robot's down, the fucking android's down.
I'm fine.
EMPs don't affect you, Robo Man?
That's the advantage of being an android and not a true robot. Is the organic bits of me say, "Ha ha, I'm fine," though I'm not. I start to stutter. And I'm a little messed up. Okay, it's basically like I'm drunk, but it'll fix itself. I hope. So,
knowledge check
So
for
it's
what?
internal, so yeah, it had to be something we brought on board, which probably means like the alien guy.
Yeah. Go ahead and yeet that thing back into space.
So
that's what I say to my comrade. I'm like, hey, we should probably go yeet this thing back into space.
You
Cat, stop him if you want to die.
You would if you could. Unfortunately for you, you hear a loud as your hole is ruptured by a something.
Jesus Christ, bro, hold on.
It's okay. I'm setting up your ship, so you got a second. What does the other side of your ship look like? We don't know. We haven't used it before. Not that. That's like a super cruiser. There's actually a really good one. I don't know where it's at. I don't remember which page things are. It's difficult remembering things. These giant maps that I use. They're great. We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones. Aha! Here we are. This looks big and transporty, right? I know you can't see because I haven't moved the camera. But we're getting there, I swear. Right. there. Put this back just a little bit. Turn off the light so it doesn't glare so hard. There we go. Don't look at my face. Alright, how's that? My little mouse right here. You can see your little figurines. We were, where were we? We're over here. Move my mouse out the way. Alright, let me reposition this just a little bit. Move my head out the way, because, oh no! You're dead, sorry. I should probably be over here, Mr. Engineer. Weapons guy. So, I'm going to use a big circular marker to represent where this thing just hit you guys at. It is not an enemy. So, they hit you in the back corner of your ship, kind of close to the engines. As if they needed to repair something, they could.
Make your screen bigger.
Huh? Oh, just
Roger.
click on my screen.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna do something special with making your screen bigger.
Ah, yes, thank you. I did that already. It's for the people on Twitch. If you want to see my screen bigger, you just have to click on it.
Okay. Okay, we're good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I miscounted by 1. How sad.
Is the big dude ready?
They are swarming out of the ship rapidly. No surprise round, because the ship being disabled is a surprise. You guys will know that the power is fluctuating on and off, but your shields are down. But the rest of the power of the ship is on, so there's gravity and life support, and lights are flickering. So whatever they hit you with, or whatever went off, is whatever.
I tell Russ to throw on his spacesuit. I killed the fucking life support.
Okay, you do that. Go ahead and make a computer check from your console. You guys will note that our AI is on lockdown. That EMP messed her up pretty good, because she actually is.
Oh, yeah.
So do not expect her to be useful for the next at least 6 minutes. And after you make your roll initiatives.
24 total.
Wow.
And then initiative.
Yeah, so you kill
6.
light support super easy. No problem.
6.
So 6. Wow, that's trash chair fun now. Roll my dice and not the PC dice. Where we at here? I have a whopping +5. So 12 plus 5, 17 for me. If someone else could track initiatives, that would be great. On you, because you're the only one that can at the moment.
12.
I got 17. You got 6. I don't know about RJ. All the way back on page 54. So, who are you? Let's put this one. Is it 64?
Where do I find the initiative, Roger?
On your character sheet, it's on the very top above healing and resolve. But it's your dex plus any miscellaneous mods, basically.
Oh, there we go. Initiative right there. Okay. So now to roll.
I'm in the wrong book. That's why I can't find things.
11 for me.
11.
Um,
Okay, then give me a second to find. That's the wrong one. Okay, I think I should. How about this one? Hey. Yeah, pull up to that page. Okay, so these little bastards. Let's see what their initiative is. +3. Okay, I'm gonna roll 1 dice for all of them just because they're the exact same thing. Whoa, they critically fail, baby! Starting off bad. All right, so they go on 4. And their first round, because you killed the lights, they are going to be at a -2 from being disorientated. But they all look to be wearing spacesuits, so the life supports really isn't that important. But they definitely were not expecting it. Now, when you killed the life support, did you also kill the gravity, or did you leave the gravity on?
I killed everything.
Okay, so you basically just killed the power. Sweet. So, anti-grav turns on. There's slight amounts of gravity from you guys being in an asteroid field and asteroids having gravity, but you're basically free-floating. So when you guys move and land and whatnot, you have to be touching something. Just so you know, because you're free-floating currently. Let's see what else with these guys. I'm not worried about that. Okay, weapons out. So as my smooth, quick action, I pull out my arc pistol because I can do that as a free action because of the upgrade to my armor.
Oh, I need the order list, bro. I had to pull up a piece of paper.
So I had 17. You had 12. RJ had 11, and these monsters go last because they crit failed.
So monsters are last. I'm next. Okay.
I go first, I guess. So I go here and use my movement to kick off. While you guys are floating, to just take off 5 feet of movement from you having to push off things. And again, if you don't have anywhere where you can push off of, you can't change your direction, or you can't change how you move. You have to move in straight lines, basically. You still have your regular movement, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is where I have to stop my turn. I can't see anybody, so nothing happens. Next is the little man right here in the corner. That's you. You're next to stuff, so you can push off. You can go through our crew quarters and pop out here. You could go straight across into the maintenance area, or you could kind of follow along the main path that I'm taking.
I'm going to go through the crew quarters.
Okay, so there's plenty of things to push off on here, so I'm going to basically just treat this like normal movement for you. Your speed should be 20, right? Because you have...
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. You're going to... Well, 4. You get to get there. Sorry. But, again, basically you're treating it like you're walking because there's so much stuff to push off of. I also forgot, I have a +10 to my movement that happened at 3rd level, so I actually can move 2 forward, which changes things because then I can see enemies. So we're going to backtrack just slightly. And I'm going to pop shot at these guys because I pulled my gun out. So, pew pew. Well, don't forget with your guys' weapons, since we did hit level 3, it matters because you get your specialization stuff. And you get to add your level into the weapon damage for everything but handguns and operative knives. So, my character, I get half of everything, but you guys should be great. So I can see this dude, so I'm going to shoot at him. Arc shot, baby! Pew pew! 11 plus pluses is a whopping... 8, 9? I don't know. My basic attack bonus over here. Range attack, here we go. +5. So 16 hits. And roll for damage, which is a whopping 1d6 plus half level at this point. 1 plus 1, because you round down. 2 whole points of damage. The enemy is still alive. Surprise, surprise. That's so dumb.
My turn, I did my movement. It's Arden's turn.
Yep. Now, as a side note, you could use a quote-unquote full action to sprint or whatever you want to call it in space and go further. You know what I mean?
I would like to go a little bit farther and be able to mount on that doorway.
Boop, boop, boop.
Over one more? Can I get over one more? I'm small.
Like here? Or do you want
Yeah,
to
kind of like no, back to your left.
right there?
There you go.
Okay, yep, and you can kind of hang on the thing there. And again, because you're in that tight area, there's plenty of places to move and jive to. RJ,
Yes.
your turn for movement / your whole turn.
Yep. So I'll move up next to you.
Okay, what's your movement speed?
30.
Okay, so it's 5 feet for the movement from getting off the console. So 5, 10, 15, 20 because you're going diagonal. 25 is as far as you can go, and that's a straight line. As a side note, reminder for moving through diagonal squares, every other square is double movement. That's just how they do the math in this system. You have no targets that you can hit at this point, though you can use your full turn maneuver to move another 6 because you've already used. Well, I take it back. You'd have to change directions, so -5 there to change directions. So you can move another 5 squares if you wanted to. But then
Okay.
you would be exposed to the
And yeah, no, I'm
goblins.
okay right there. Yeah, I'm okay right where I'm at.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Minions.
Minions, they're not quite minions. Actually, you guys can see these guys as the lights flicker. Um, they are space goblins. Space goblins, baby. That's why
Fucking
there's so
hate
many of them.
goblins. Man.
They're all the same size as our Moxie friend. They are super dark green, bright red eyes, like, usually how you would think of a goblin, except for even redder and even greener. They wear a ridiculous patchwork spacesuit and have a fishbowl basically on their head with a small oxygen tank attached to the back. They look
I hate
hodgepodge.
fucking
They all have a
goblins.
they all have a sword and a pistol. And the
Oh,
sword looks like a chopped up meat cleavery looking thing. So it's barely a sword.
I hate goblins.
And then their little pistol is a little pistol. Where was I? Their turn. So, they got disorientated from floating, so all of them need to use their first movement action to stabilize and get a hold of something / push off each other to land on the ground so they can push off and do other things. Now I'm going to do some rolling to see how many of them decide to shoot / move. We're going to do percentile roll and just do shoot or move. That's their choices. So, they went half and half. So 6 of them are moving, which will just be the ones that are closer to us as they charge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess they could technically go 5. That's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And then these guys are peering from where they are at. And literally half of them can't see anything. So actually, I gotta move a couple of these guys over, because that's not even in the ship. There we go. Anyway, so again, they can't see anyone, so that they don't do jack diddly. I guess they would have to move too. So never mind. 1, 2,
I
3,
hate
4, 5.
goblins.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The goblins have their movements. Because they move, they can't shoot. So nothing else occurs.
Back on Roger.
Back to me. Look, they're all nice and close together at short range. What will I do? Since I need a free hand to push off things, I'm not going to pull out a second weapon. I'm just going to use my arc pistol. And I continue to pew 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 pew. I am also not using the sun setting. To be clear from the beginning, I am out to murder this robot mad. This robot boy, he angry, yo. And I'm going to actually do. Do I want to do that? Or I get 2 shots off at a negative? Yeah. So I'm going to take the full fire action. This is a whole action, so I can't move or do anything else. But it allows me to shoot twice. See if I can get to it and make sure I'm not doing it wrong. Don't care about injury and death and actions. Here we are. Swift action, moves actions, standard actions, full actions. Of course, I'm telling full action. Here we are. Sorry, give me a second here. Full action, sure. Full attack, here we go. You spend your full action making 2 attacks, each with a -4 penalty to attack rolls, the same weapon or different weapons, yada yada yada. So, since I'm not firing a weapon that has a restriction on how much it shoots, I'm going to roll just 2 dice, and I'm going to shoot the dude closest to me, and if it kills him, I'll shoot the next guy. So, first shot, 5. Plus 5 is 10, minus 4 is 6. Pretty sure that misses like a mofo. I rolled like trash. Yep, misses like a mofo. So first shot, pew! He's too close. I'm afraid. Second attack, much better. 18 plus pluses, hits even with the -4. 1d6. Oh yeah, that did not stay anywhere near. 4 plus 1 plus just that's it from the upgrade thing. So what's that? 5. 5 points of damage kills the guy I shot first. Shot him in the foot. Man, my aim is trash in 0G, y'all. I need to practice more. That's my turn. That's all I can do. Next is the rat.
My turn. Is there a bigger one of these goblins? Looks like more like beefy and more
No, these guys look all pretty similar. They're all pretty ragtag. There's no like super boss looking dude. There's just a lot of them.
I step out to here, the little stairway right there,
Okay. Use 5 foot of movement to kind of push off.
and I try and intimidate these guys just by screaming at them to stop.
Okay. You can.
Stop!
Okay, so there are 11 of them at this point. Which before any of their pluses, you're looking at a DC 11 before their regular stats. Just so you know.
I am scared.
Okay.
I'll get a few.
Maybe. Go ahead and roll it.
19.
19 total.
Plus. 19. I can't add my plus because I found my pages.
I mean, you can.
24.
24 total?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Okay, well, here goes the roll. Because they got us pretty outnumbered. 1 fail. 2 fail. Succeed on a critical. Regular success. Fail. Try to keep count here. I'm at 5, right? Fail.
You're at 2.
Succeed.
3.
Succeed.
4.
Succeed.
5.
Failure. Succeed. Okay, so that is
6.
Yep, 6 successes, 5 failures. One of the successes with a critical. So he gets to convert one of his friends. So 5 of them are intimidated by you. They were already hostile, which means you've moved them back to neutral with the stop against you. Now, so 5 of them are going to listen and stand where they're at. The other 5 are going to keep, or other 6 are going to keep doing what they're doing. So, next. So the 5 you succeeded at a minimum are flat-footed until they are attacked.
Okay.
You can currently see 2 with your line of sight, barely. And that's this one and this one. You guys can probably see the map.
Arya's turn.
Mm-hmm. He might be doing something.
All right, they're moving a piece of equipment. Where are we at?
It's your turn. You have 2 people that you can see currently, or you move and you can see the rest of them. 5 of them are terrified. The other 6 are acting as per the usual because the rat man jumped out of room and said, "Stop!" And they go, "Ah!"
They're like, what the fuck?
Oh, excuse me.
I think you said they're moving some equipment. Hold on.
Yeah.
So, can I shoot him with my pulse cannon rod?
I don't see why not.
So it does 1d10 damage, and let's see here. Attack bonuses. Here we go. +6. Okay. So I just get one attack.
Like I just did, you can do your turn as a full attack, right, and get to shoot 2 times, but you take a -4 penalty to your shots. Or you can move and then shoot, or shoot and then move, or however you want to do it. Right now, you're protected by the wall from a good majority of them. There's just 2 that can see you, and you can see 2. That'll change relatively quickly, probably.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the double shot with -5.
You mean -4? But okay. So roll them. I assume you're gonna shoot this dude who's close, and then the dude who's far.
Yep.
Okay.
Close guy gets a 19.
Hits. Roll damage. Someone is upset.
Just a second, I'm trying to figure out how they roll damage here.
Also, side note, for looking at tactical rules on the big book, you're going to want to look at pages 244 to 248, basically. Maybe 249. But that's like using skills and delaying actions and all that fun stuff.
I rolled an 8, and is there any plus to the damages?
It should be your range bonus, and you get really good stuff because you're using a heavy weapon, so it's your levels.
+1 bonus.
Flip, dude.
Oh, and don't forget the other thing that you get for your feats. Feats are good.
Oh, and anybody I hit with my opening volley gets a Well, I get a +1 stamina too. So 10 damage, Rod.
Oh yeah, he splooted. You got him right in the face, insta death.
All right, next guy. D20 roll. 12.
12 to hit.
Yeah.
You hit. Their AC is trash.
Wow.
There's a reason there's 12 of them on the field.
And 12 damage this time.
12, yeah. Sploot. 2 murders. It is now their turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, responded to something.
Trying to figure out how to unfuck the situation.
Yeah, like, should we run away because this is not what we signed up for?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Cowardly beast.
well, you killed 2 of them, and those 2 happened to be 2 of the excited ones to fight because they were close. So the ones in the back that are by the escape pod are gonna have to do some D12ing to see if they're still up to fight. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just these 6 back here. The ones that are like, oh! 1's good, 2's good, 3 is good, barely. 4 is super good. 5, you feeling it. 6, also good. I have to roll a 1 for any of them to retreat at this point. Okay, yeah, now they all succeed on their sticking around. They are still flat-footed until they get attacked. And they will... let's see. They're going to cautiously move, so they're still going to take their movement and attack not the rat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 he's in range. 1, 2 and he's in range. He's going to stay there because he wants to be. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so stabby stab, stabby stab, shooty shoot, shooty 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 shoot. I'm getting a lot of attacks this round, unfortunately, and these guys are out of combat. So 2 melees for ranged. I gotta go back to their thing. Oh wow. Okay, so the 2 melees are trash tier rolls. Let's see how they go. Nope, they missed. So swing, swing, miss, miss. And the 4 pew-pews at least have pluses to them. 17 probably hits. 15 I think misses barely. I don't know. My AC's not super high. Barely. Okay, so both of those hit and both of those miss. All right, so I take 2 shots of pew-pew damage. They didn't critical, so it's just 2d4 worth of fire damage. Oh, actually, that's fire. So that didn't change for the ones that they missed. 4 and 1, so 5 whole points of pew-pew damage from their flaming pistols. I'm on fire, but they didn't burn me. As a side note, you guys should be at full health and all that fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, burning stamina points first, remember that. So, down to 22 stamina points. Look at that. Hurt. Luckily, my character can heal stuff. Okay, so, that's what I was needing to look up. That's their turn. Back to me. So, these guys are ranged 0. I don't really got to move. They can make opportunity attacks if I shoot from close range, so I can pull out my knife as my swift action from my other pocket and ha, 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 and stab. The only disadvantage to this, now that I don't have 2 hands, is if I get hit, I get knocked off kilter, because I'm not holding on to anything. So, I'm going to use the super spy operative superpower trick. I'm going to trick the dude in front of me. 16 plus pluses. Yeah, I got him. So I get to add an extra D6, or is it 2D4 for this? Sorry, I look at the character sheet. Operative exploit, that wasn't it. Field treatment. Trick attack, here we are. Extra 1d8 damage. Okay, so I get a d8, and then my fancy pantsy knife does a 1d4 plus 3, plus half level, so it'll be a plus 4. Woohoo! Let's do it, boys. I should be using my knife more. Alright, so 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 is a whopping 11 points. Oh, yeah, I murdered him. I say, look, a thing, stab! He's dead. That's my whole turn though. Is pulling out the knife and stabbing him. I guess technically I have a movement, but I am not going to use it because there's people there, and I'll draw opportunity attacks. I ain't dealing with that BS. I could do a full attack. Oh, that would no, because I have to do that as a different action. Never mind. Yeah, because the trick attack can only replace one attack thing, so I can only do the stabby stab. I could move technically, but I'm not going to. So that's my turn. It's your guys' turn. Divine Rat Boy. What you got?
Pull you back up here really quickly. You get your closer. I'm going to step farther forward and tell them, lay down your weapons in the most threatening voice, and you shall live.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Because I don't fear you, I'm stepping out from cover, you worthless fucking goblins. Fucking hate goblins. 17 plus.
Oh, come on. They're space goblins. They're better, right?
Fucking hate goblins, bro. That's a 26, bro.
26. Okay, so before I roll, they got a pretty low chance of getting out of this.
They do?
Yeah. 26 is really high, especially because we've killed a few of them off, so their base modifier is lower than it was. Because there is, 8 of them, so they only have a +5 currently. Here it is. Sorry, I'm looking for some arc. Series of second turn within 10 feet of the original. Okay. Roll the damage listed. Alright, roll the amount of damage listed. Arc takes this damage. Except for you don't roll, it's just what it is. Okay, whatever.
It's not getting better, Roger.
What's not getting better?
The Smirnoff Margarita. It's not getting better.
I'm so sorry for you.
It's actually getting worse.
That's how is that possible? Like what? Okay, I'll come back to that in a second. Anyway, rolls for these yahoos. Alright, there are 8 of them. First 2 succeed fine. Second 2, 1 succeeds, 1 fails. Next 2, 1 succeeds, 2 succeeds. Holy cow. Okay, so I've rolled 1 roll so far below a 17. Wow. If these were my dice, I'd be really happy. I've rolled, that was an 18. Okay, so all but one say to your statement.
All but one what?
All but one kind of just ignore you at this point. The ones that are flat-footed are still flat-footed, but everyone else just kind of meh.
I pointed out the one that looked like it didn't even affect him, and I tell Russ to kill him.
No.
Kill that one.
All of them were unaffected except for this guy, like directly across from you.
Oh,
Like this guy.
I misunderstood that.
Yeah, they all rolled super well. Again, I rolled one time under a 17.
Bastards.
Yeah. So next, that's your turn. So
RJ,
it's your turn. You have no one that you can see. You don't know about these 3 over here, so kind of just ignore them. I guess technically I could just like move this off the map so no one can see it.
see what, Roger?
But that would be rude.
Is that a giant rooster back there?
Oh, giant what?
It looks like a giant rooster, bro.
It's a horse of some sort. I think, no. That'd be a horse. Yeah, it's a giant horse of some sort.
It's a horse of some sort.
Yeah. RJ,
and that horse is.
Well, while we have a moment's break, while RJ is fixing things IRL. Let's see here. We're going to have to do math later. That's going to be fun. Who's excited for math?
Fucking not me.
Check the chat. Still got 1 viewer. Thank you, 1 viewer, for sticking with us all night so far. Even if that 1 viewer may or may not be in this room with us, I appreciate you. We gotta get what is it? Average of 3 viewers to get affiliate. We gotta bump those numbers up. We've been sitting at 1/under 1 pretty much since we started. But that's okay.
If I could do it to where you guys wouldn't hear yourselves talking, I would totally do it.
Just gotta mute that part. You know what I mean? You can mute Twitch.
I can't. I have a phone, bro. I have one phone.
You don't have Twitch on your Xbox?
No.
No. Oh, okay. Don't do it then. Don't do it.
Next time.
Next Xbox.
No. Next game. I'll pull it up. We'll
Oh, okay.
download it.
Don't worry about it. Like it was, we almost had a new member while we're waiting for RJ to go along. We had someone that I replied to on Reddit just out of the blue. I was looking for a game to play, and turned out to be a 17-year-old kid. Seemed super nice. Just timing didn't work out for him, unfortunately. But
What do you mean by timing?
he is. Oh, what is this? UK time or no? He was East Coast time, but he couldn't play that late because he has to get up early and stuff. You know, school.
So we could adjust the day we play on.
Maybe that'd be on RJ though, and his extra
Any
days
day
are
that
like
works the best for RJ.
yeah, and his opening schedule thing I think was like Saturday, Sunday, and I don't know how or sorry Thursday and Sunday, not Saturday, Sunday, but Thursday, Sunday. So again, as of now, the old Wednesdays are the best. But if we all agree to a different day, that might be an okay thing. And we might pick up other people if we don't play on Wednesdays.
Sundays are actually probably pretty good, bro. To be honest.
Yeah. You're not allowed to work on Sundays. What are you talking about?
Bro, what in the fuck is going on right now, bro? It's iFunny, man. It's all Christian stuff. Literally, look.
Look,
1,
it's trying to save its own life.
2,
That's all I'm saying.
3.
All right,
There's 4.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry,
Okay.
just I gotta go
You're
take
fine.
a picture.
Okay, you're good. We're just waiting on you. No rush.
What did you take a picture of?
Stiff
A hole in the ground.
things.
Ah, is it a good hole?
Looks like it's square. Nice square hole.
Is it different from the other holes you photographed before?
Oh yeah, different.
Deep hole
There's
too?
no hair on.
Mmm.
Oh, come on, y'all. Sorry, children.
Hey, man, it's not to damage anything.
Hey, that's an important bit. It's still your turn, sir.
Oh, the microduct.
Anyway, I don't think we're allowed to discuss the forbidden app on stream. People will find us and yell at us. Even though I've definitely advertised on there before. Oh. I'm just about to get knocked out by a space rock. There should be a body on the floor. Okay, I'm gonna DM hold his turn because he is obviously busy. Which would make it the Yahoos. We only have one Yahoo that needs to save from your fear effects. What is your level? We're level 3s, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. He's fine. So, I also rolled a d12 to see if that changes anything, and no, he didn't critically fail. So he's good to go. He's still flat-footed, and he is. What else? Let's give him some more disadvantage because he definitely failed the other save. So flat-footed, and he can't shoot with you in sight. So basically, if he sees you, No shooty shoot until he takes damage.
From me.
So like if he can see you and can see me, he can't shoot me because he's scared of you.
Ah. Okay.
But if he can't see you and can see, like if he makes it around the corner here, then then that's on us. Other enemies will have to just.
All right, I'm back, guys.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, so I'll stop moving and doing things. All right, pew pew away. What are you doing? What's the plan? It's your turn.
My turn. Oh, yeah, shit, it's cold. All right, so where I can't really see who else gets shot, who's shootable. Who's in range, Rod?
No one is in range. There's a wall protecting you and slowing you down. So you have to So this is you right here, and you can see the edge of the wall kind of like jutting out in front of you. So you have to like move through my square or around my square into this open area if you want to be able to shoot anybody. Also, if you move through my square, you're going through a threat. So just so
I guess I go behind. I guess go behind the other wall and sneak up that other wall so I have a view into the room.
So you're gonna go across and this way, or you're gonna go?
Yeah,
Okay.
just like that.
So boop 5, 10. Okay, now that you can see, you can basically see everyone because there's no wall in the way.
All right, so I guess is there anybody sitting in the open?
They are literally all in the open.
Okay, so I'll take the closest guys.
I will warn you, firing into this general area, if you critically fail, that's your core systems. Don't blow that up.
Okay. All right, I'll try not to do that.
Don't critically fail. Don't critically fail.
Don't jinx them.
I'm doing the double shot. The first with the 18.
So you can't do the double shot because you moved. So when you're on.
Oh, so 18. Okay. Excuse me, 23 or 22.
Roll
22.
damage. I'm pretty sure your minimum damage kills them. Because we're level 3s. So you're rolling a d10.
I rolled a 10. So 12 points of damage. So
deleted.
No.
So if you roll just so I'm doing that, it should be 13, right? Because you leveled. Oh no, it should be like 15. Because remember, you got weapon specialization at 3rd level, and you're specialized in heavy arms, so you get to add your level to the damage as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, there, yeah. So, yeah, all right, 15 doesn't matter.
Yeah, so level specialization just for the two of you, because I don't think we talked about it last session. But whatever weapons you are proficient with, you gain this specialization, and it allows you to add your level to the damage of whatever class you're in. But on a side note on that, small arms and operator weapons do not receive that benefit. So, the stuff that I use. We only get to add half of our level to the damage. But that's how this game fixed the everything feels way underpowered thing, because you're only rolling 2 or 3 dice. Well, you also get a plus 17 every time you hit once you get to a high enough level kind of thing. Plus whatever any other feats or things like that you have. So weapons become viable once you hit like level 10 because they're doing at least 10 damage a shot. Sure, you're only throwing a d6, but you're throwing that d6 real well. Anyway, you shot the dude. He splootered. Doesn't exist. All that fun stuff. It's now the enemy's turn. I already did the rolls while you're away, so now we're going to do movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This dude is paralyzed in fear, so you're going to just chill there. This dude's going to move forward. This dude's going to push off the generator and charge the rat. This dude's going to fling off his friend to get in between all of us. So he threatens and then cuts us off right here. So he's in that little space there. He's small, so he can do that. This dude does something. Go ahead and everyone make a perception check real quick.
A perception check, huh?
A perception check. All right. Well, I have no idea what's going on.
Natural 1.
You also have no idea what's going on.
5.
Again, you also... So the two of us that didn't roll well have no idea. The one that critically failed, unfortunately, you critically failed because the thing that is attacking you right now gets a free attack. Slashing at you, throwing off your jibba jabbing. So he's making 2 melee attacks. 2 total and 9 total. I assume both of those miss. Also, did you activate your armor, or are you just kind of like floating there armorless?
Me?
Yeah, you. You haven't made any
My
attacks?
armor is always active.
Okay. Well, it's been 3 rounds. I should ask what style of whatever is going on right now. Do you have Gravitron or whatchamacallit, the other one?
I think it was the Gravitron that gives me the fucking the help balancing in outer space, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So that would make the most sense. You are fully attuned at this point because this is the 3rd turn. So you may or may not be able to do cool things with your pew powers. Anyway, he attacked you twice and missed terribly. The one on the corner attacks RJ's character. The one in front of me attacks me. That dude's doing the thing, that dude's not doing anything, and these two are going to make ranged attacks from behind, which will give both them and their allies pluses. 19 to hit RJ, 15 hits me.
Is it EC or KC?
It is, for these guys, it would be Casey.
And it was an 18, you said?
19.
Hits.
Okay, so, and then the lasers from behind are going to be EAC, and one is a 16, or 16 for you, and 17 for me. So it definitely hits me. I take both of the attacks. I'm crying because they're just beating me up right now.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so we both are just getting, well, sorry. Yeah, we're both just getting slapped on. So, let's see here. Okay, good thing for us, the melees aren't too bad. You take 3 points of damage, I take 3 points of damage. And then the ranged take 4 points of damage, and you take 1 point of damage. You take a whopping 5, and I take a whopping 6.
So 5 off stamina. 26.
Yep. Damn! Ah! Damn it, 16 stamina points. Whatever will I do? It hurts. Okay, I'm not worried about the tinker, because let's try something else. Okay.
You guys done?
The enemies are done. We got shot in the back, stabbed in the front. You got attacked and they missed terribly. And this dude did something.
It's gonna be their turn. Not theirs. Roger, your turn.
It's my turn. Okay. Well, I gotta get these dudes off me so I can make attacks. So I make 2 attacks. So I'm doing full whatever, but they're gonna be stabby attacks because knives are fun. I get a -4 to the rolls, but I have a +4 to hit. So basically, I'm just rolling straight. It's good. 14 and 16, which is fine. I only need like an 11. So I hit both of them. They both get poked by... One takes 4 points of damage. The other takes 3 points of damage. Actually, I'm going to concentrate both of them on one guy. So this dude in the corner is dead. Step. That's my turn. Wait, actually, I take that back. I might not need to, because... What's my... I can use my... Sorry, don't mind me. So, actually, I could have added 4 to both of those. So, I can kill 2 people. Step. You are now free to move about the cabin. Mouse Man, there's a man directly in front of you. You, unfortunately, are not free to move around the cabin. You still have to kill somebody.
I'm gonna 5-foot step back and full around him.
The full attack thing is a full action, so you can't do movement. You stand still basically and make your attacks. Or
That's right.
you can basically it's withdraw is the word, and that gives you 5 feet
Can
of
I try
movement.
and intimidate him again?
I mean, no, because you've already did your rolls and he succeeded. So
Yeah.
why don't you just bash him over the head with something? You have melee weapons, don't you?
No, I don't. I haven't. It'd be better if I just shot him in the chest with a ranged weapon and take the KO.
You can do that. Unfortunately, making attacks from right in front of people, they get to do an opportunity attack.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, he makes his opportunity attack with a plus. He misses terribly.
And then I'm gonna shoot. So
Point blank, pew pew.
19 total.
Got him. Roll damage.
What did that rifle do again, Roger?
The new one, the flechette one. So it's
Yeah.
a D6.
D
Uh,
D6 plus level plus D4 damage, right? Or D4 draining, bleeding damage.
that's on criticals. On criticals, it causes bleed.
Oh, okay.
So
Wasn't a critical.
It was not a. Okay, yeah. So, D6 plus 3 because that's our level.
We're gonna go with a total of fucking 6.
That's just enough to murder him. His body flies back and slams against the wall as the flechette smashes him in the chest, ripping apart his suit.
Scumbag.
So that was just one shot. You haven't moved. Did you want to? Well, did you take a full action to shoot twice, or you only shoot once?
I only shot once. He was down with one.
Mm-hmm. Right, but I'm asking. Sorry, I'm asking because you have other stuff you can do. Do
No.
you want to move now, or are you good? What's the plan?
I could guess. I can't see the other one, huh? I can see. Can I try to shoot the other one?
You can shoot this. Well, again, you would if you call it out ahead of time. You're allowed to do it. So next time, tell me.
No, I'll go ahead and be done.
Okay, you can move if you want. So you have a movement and a swift action.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Can I steady my weapon?
As your movement action, sure, yeah, because you're right next to something, you can basically grab and hold better. It doesn't work.
Yep, do that.
The only reason it's going to work for you is because you have the gravitron stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
Do you want me to see what you can do with that really quick?
Nah, that's all right.
Okay. Black hole. When you are fully gravitron attuned, as a standard action, you can pull any number of creatures within 20 feet of you closer. Each creature affected, the ones that aren't, each target must make a saving throw or be pulled 10 feet. Blah, 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 blah. Interesting. Yeah, get you a melee weapon for now. Something that slices and dices. Next.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out where I can't see the guys. Where they at?
The big red dots on the screen? So there's two behind us that shot the heck out of us, and then this dude over here, which you can see at our core.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot the guys behind us.
Okay, so you just rotate. Pew, pew, pew. So, just so you know, because we're in 0G, rotating actually is a movement action.
Oh, so I get one shot?
Yeah. The disadvantage of not having gravity to help us out.
So, 25.
Yeah. Again, I'm with my math. He's dead. You don't even have to roll. Go ahead and roll, but he's dead.
Yeah, so 12 total.
Right in the stomach, baby. Yeah, he did. Super dead. Say goodnight, sweetheart. I'm dead. Disconnected from chat. Oh no. Yeah, not worried about that. Alright, now it's their turn. There's 3 of them left. The one who is terrified gets to make a reroll, even though he's already saved once. He saves again. He's found his courage. But will he run anyway? Let's roll. Nope, he's staying. All right, the other two also staying, and last guy also. Wow, these are some brave little goblins, y'all. I know I'm only giving a 1 to D12 of a chance of saying F this and trying to escape, but so far so good. So this dude pew pews. This dude is going to hide from the dude that scares him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know why I'm counting by twos. It's supposed to be fives, but whatever. Same amount of movement. This dude charges you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ayah! Slashy. 3. He misses terribly. All right, other dude shoots at me. 4. Wow. All right. Over here dodging in 0G. Wee. Oh, actually, like I said before, because I took damage from those guys, I am now off kilter. So I have to use a movement action on my turn to stabilize. Which shouldn't change anything because I still aced their ACs earlier, but whatever. That's their turn. It's back to me. Speaking of stabilizing, I'm going to use my movement action to do so because I'm close to a wall. And then for my action, I guess I'm going to shoot this guy with my pistols. Pew!
How about shoot the guy that's right next to me? Or
What? Why? You just slap him in the face. You have 4 arms.
that's true.
Just punch them. They're little goblins. Anyway, a roll in to hit. 1 shotty shot. 18 plus pluses. Yeah, he's dead, y'all. I'm gonna roll for it, but he's dead. D6, where you at? D6. Actually, that's not true. I rolled like a 2 earlier, so. Alright, 2 on the roll. Plus 1 to the level. 3, he's still alive. Dang it. I gotta remember to do the trick, but it's way easier to hit their AC than hit the trick. Like, because I have to roll above a 20 to activate trick. Which just seems ridiculously high. But that's the way it is. Next is,
Riles.
Yep.
You say Ralph?
Riles.
Riles.
Oh, I thought you said Ralph. I'm like, what?
Who is this Ralph you speak of?
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the other one.
Okay. The only one you can see. Go ahead and pew away, sir.
Total of 18.
Got
That's
him. Roll
so
damage.
good.
Yeah, he's got 3 points. I'm pretty sure your minimum damage finishes him off, but you know.
Minimum damage is 4. Go ahead and kill him.
He did. And 2 remain. It is now RJ's turn. RJ, there is one right next to you that tried to stab you.
So is he too close to shoot?
No, you can shoot him. He can activate a reaction against you if you use a ranged weapon. You have a melee weapon that you can use your movement action to ready.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll get my knife out and whack him.
Oh, you do it your knife. So you still have one free hand to hold on to things. Nice. Good choice. Because don't forget, you also got that big old 2-handed thing.
Oh, the flame axe.
Yeah. You have to use it. I'm just saying that is an option.
I do not. Oh, it's because I only have 4 things listed. Where did I put that thing? Oh, flame dull-skin. There we go.
Yep. That's it.
But if I use both those, then I'm gonna hold on to anything, huh?
Correct. You'll be floating. If something hits you, you'll be knocked off kilter.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use my knife. That'll be good enough.
Okay. Stab. Roll to hit. Oh, interesting. Okay.
14.
14 hits.
6 points of damage.
He's dead, barely. So just as a quick...
Dead,
Actually, it would have been 8 because I'm using melee. So I get +2 for melee.
dead barely or barely dead?
Well, dead by some. Now that it's 8 instead of 6. Their HP is only 6. They get, like I said, trash tier HP. Okay, after you is the final goblin. Let's see if he says, I'm gonna make it. But probably not. We'll see. He's for it. He says, honor or glory. Alright, so 5, 10, push off, 15, 20, 25. He's coming right for your throat. He says, you killed my friend. I stab you in the face. And he does, probably. 17 versus AC.
For me?
Yeah, you.
Yep, that's a hit.
He done does it. Luckily, these blades aren't super powerful. Max damage! 4 points. These things are not so scary when there's only one of them. 12 of them. Terrifying. One of them could be worse.
The final brain cell.
Basically. Back to me.
Back to you, Rod.
He's right next to me, so knife. Stabby stab. I'm gonna try and do the trick because it's just a 20 plus, and I get to use my sleight of hand or stealth or whatever, and that gives me a plus 11 to start. So get tricked, boy. I'm gonna need it. That's a 10 plus 10 is 20. Good thing these guys are CR 1/3. D4 plus a D8. He's dead, hopefully. 5, 8 plus. What's my strength? What, 2? 1? Something? 2. Yeah, so 2 plus my level. 3 plus my level? 3 plus half level. So an extra 4 plus the 8. He takes 12 points of damage. I doubled his damage. There's no coming back from that one. As I hit him in the head. I just cut it off. Just knife, throat, death.
Well done.
Well done indeed. So, shortly after the fight is concluded, in the 40-something seconds it took for us to do that, the power turns on automatically as our AI pops up and says, we're being attacked! Oh.
No fucking shit, bro.
Oh, sorry. Well, apparently I'm a little behind on this.
How's the other ship doing? Do we need to go over there and rescue him?
She goes, there is no other ship on the radar.
What happened to our salvage ship?
Let me see if I can get him on the comms. No response, but a ping. We got a ping.
Well, let's chase him down.
Okay. You guys run up to your positions.
And someone get the robots fixed in the hole.
I look over at you and say, they can't fix things while we fly. The hole is gonna not break, though, because it's sealed currently with the ship in there. It might slow us down, and if we get in a fight, it might be an issue. But as of now, it's fine.
Okay. The Goblin ship's blocking it up, then, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's burrowed in currently. If and when it attaches, that'll be an issue, but it's not going to do that anytime soon that I can tell. So, we take off. I'm going to need someone to make a science officer check to follow the ping of our friendly ship, because they're not that far away. They're just out of our sensor range.
I don't think I should make science offer.
So would that be like piloting or my profession of Starship Trooper?
You can use your profession of Starship Trooper, but also it is physical science is generally the thing used for it. Or computers, I think. Computers.
Oh, like road critical, so it doesn't matter what the hell he is.
Yeah, you got it. You got them locked. Science officer's like, I got them pinged. We ain't losing them. I'm gonna make a piloting check to make sure I don't crash into an asteroid. No asteroid crashing for me. 18 plus pluses. We're good to go. So we zoomy. And not too long, because our ship is actually relatively fast, even with the moderate damage. Our shields go back up. Our power is restored. Everything's all good currently. We catch up to this would-be ship, and it is basically a flying Winnebago. But big, thick. There's a large cannon on the top of it that looks to be on some kind of turret. And attached to the back of the ship on a couple of grappled cannons is our friendly cargo hauler. Looks like it was disabled, same as us. Though it has some scorch marks on the outside, so it definitely took fire from something. They are in hailing range if you would like to attempt to do that.
Can we fly into the
I think
belly
it
and
was
just start launching torpedoes up into it?
I mean, you could. You do risk hitting your friendly ship, though.
I mean, if we don't shoot at them,
It's true.
like right out in front of the ship, just like shoot to the other side of where they're at.
Well, I will remind you that torpedoes and lasers and that kind of thing do have, like, an explosive thing, and the ship is currently attached to our ship. Or our friendly ship.
Well.
So they are in the blast radius is what I'm trying to tell y'all. If he's just talking about.
They're in the blast radius, I think.
Yes, is the easiest way to describe it. I'm going to see if I can find the appropriate ship to use. Look at how big this is. Well, actually, this might be the right one. It's just really long. It's real long. I don't know if I can fit it all on one page. Don't mind me. I'm going to see if I can find it's basically the same ship. They don't really have any boxy ships that are the appropriate size, so we can use a spaceport again. No, just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Just regular space. Oh, here we go. Perfect. This is a good ship. It's really not a ship. It's more like a destroyed something or other, but we're going to pretend it's a flying ship. Because there's even more.
Okay.
There's the other half. But it's not going to be destroyed. This is just the ship. Again, it's basically a flying box. Not that you can see into it. I just want to find a map for it a little bit. You guys are technically flying. Excuse me. I haven't put the DM hat on very much. But as you guys fly towards the ship, you will notice that they aren't being hyper hostile to you. For whatever reasons. They seem to be letting you guys get pretty close. And you're definitely within their range and they're within yours. The thing you're looking at, by the way, is a big old ship. You gotta get to it. I need two things. A, notes. B, it's an RC HPR, which is basically like a bigger, boxier version of the ship that your friends are flying. But this thing looks heavily modified. It definitely has a lot of would-be tow cables. You can see several of those little pods that you shot into the side of your ship, basically mounted on big cannons. If anyone wants to make a cultural or engineering check, you can kind of guess the weapons that are attached to this thing. Or you can make science officer rolls using your computer check to scan them and get super accurate information and not just kind of sort of what you remember.
You should do that one.
Okay, well, you should do some scans then. You're definitely within range.
Do that one.
Say that again.
19, Raj.
19 teen. Okay, so this is a Eureka RC HPR, which is, before it being modified, is formerly a dwarven mining ship. But again, this thing has been heavily modified. It's got several grabby arms that have been modified into attaching hooks kind of thing, along with several other cannons that it generally does not have. It also has linked mining lasers and a laser net, which have been converted into other stuff. Okay, so the forward thing, the heavier laser array, has been changed to something else. But that's about it. The turret itself looks like a mining laser, but there's obviously some kind of augmentation to it.
Mining laser, huh?
Big old mining laser, yeah.
It's kind of weird. Does our friendly ship look damaged at all besides the things they use to fucking pull it in?
No. There's a big old scorch mark on the side of it, but that's about it.
That's about it.
Yes. Currently, its shields are up, and it looks like its power's on, but its engines are not functioning.
We're gonna try and hail. I was trying to hail our ship.
Okay, you do so. The uh, signal is answered relatively quickly, and on the screen is a very panicked-looking captain that you have met a few times.
What happened?
He says, "Your ship just went down as soon as we took off with the salvage, and this other ship came through and hit us with some kind of weapon, and we just were floating, and they picked us up and ran with us. We saw them hit your ship with a thing. We thought you were done for. It looked like a giant torpedo."
Is there anything you can do to get rid of this being detached? Have you tried everything?
I mean, with the three of us that are in here, we throw in some spacesuits just in case, and we're trying to cut it out from the inside, but they're pretty thick. It'll take us some time.
Take you some time. That's not good.
Yeah, I mean, these things are obviously meant to stick in ships until they're meant to be pulled out. These guys know what they're doing. They're not necessarily professionals, but they know what's what.
All right, we're working on something.
Okay, I mean, they don't seem to be attacking you guys, so that's good, right?
I guess. Russell, you got any ideas?
So I kind of missed the last little minute. Something's attached to us.
No. The our friendly ship. We were able to hail them and talk, and they're just kind of, "Oh, hey, come back, don't go away." Uh-oh. Oh, what?
Busy. Working my butt off.
Sorry, the internet.
I love work, huh?
They can see all my friends. What will I do? There it goes. That was dumb. Sorry, y'all. Move my mouse over here out the way. So,
What happened, Raj?
my connection just timed out or something. Someone punched the Wi-Fi or something. Made it upset.
Oh, bueno.
No bueno, nada. The boy sounds pretty upset, so that might have actually happened. Knowing that monster.
Is he okay?
Oh, I'm sure he's fine. He just being loud, not.
Or is he just angry at life?
Where's this torpedo thing attached to?
Our aft engines, we don't have forward engines, so it's attached to our butt. Why? Or are you talking about our friendly ship?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Our friendly ship, or what are you talking about for torpedo thing?
You said there was a torpedo thing attached to one of the ships. Which ship and where's that?
The breach pod that is in our ship is what I was referring to.
Ah, okay.
Is there something that would
It
launch?
looks like a large torpedo.
Is there something that would launch breach pods off of this ship right here?
Yes, it said this. It definitely has breach pod launchers.
Okay.
Also, with said breach pods could also work just like escape pods. So if you have an escape pod thing like our ship, you can have breach pods. They just might be smaller.
So were we talking to our friends on their ship, or
They are not. They are on their own ship. Our friends are on their own ship still. They are just being towed along. Their engines are dead. Everything else is fine except for weapons and engines. They are currently trying to cut out the 4 ports that are stabbed into their ship, dragging them along. Because they have 4 basically harpooning points in their stuff.
Gotcha. So the big square ship hasn't talked to us yet, then.
No. They have not tried to hail us currently. That will probably change soon. So, as a DM, I'm telling you, you have a couple seconds to talk, and then the next bit of action shall occur.
So, do you think we should attack,
I think so. They took our friends.
or do we try and talk her?
So
They took our friends, and they tried to kill us. Remember?
yeah, I'm all for killing them. Don't misunderstand my hesitation. I just don't know if I want to shoot torpedoes at a minimum at the ship. I mean, our laser cannon on the front's pretty powerful, but if we hit our allies, they're gonna have a real bad day.
Sucks for them.
Well, yeah, sucks for them, but we need them to get paid. Well, and find the other ship we want to deal with. What?
I guess we could try. I guess we can try and hail this ship that took our friends, and if they do anything hostile, we just fuck it up.
What else? What else do we have to attack with?
Uh,
Do we have like an EMP weapon ourselves?
no. But hear me out here. What if
Is that big can on top of the MPM? EMP?
our cannon? No, it's just a big old particle cannon, basically.
No, the big cannon on top of their ship, is that their EMP weapon?
It'd be reasonable to assume that that's a modified mining turret that might just fire electrical discharge instead of a.
Now, if we aim just for that, we're still going to damage our ship, our friendship.
I mean, not necessarily, but
Don't roll a 1, basically.
yeah. So they just boarded our ship. What if we reverse boarded theirs? Because I could just send us full speed, cracking into the side of their ship, stopping them, damaging both of our ships, and then we just kill everybody because they're just goblins, right?
There's a thought.
Maybe it's just goblins.
I mean, I hope it's just goblins. Oh, I should probably take off my hat here. That's not DM talking, that's player. I mean, otherwise we're stuck fighting them. They don't have their shields up currently, so doing so would be a good choice. The other option is we say goodbye to this ship, hop in their little pod thing, and use that and sneak aboard. You know what I mean?
And return to their ship.
Yeah.
Oh, they might think we're the goblins. Anybody speak goblin? I speak goblin.
I do not speak goblin that I know of. There goes my character.
Yeah, we could totally try and return to their ship and get as close as we can. Let's do that.
Okay, so the plan is to sneak on board, and if that fails, we shoot them up.
Yep.
Okay. So,
or because we're all not gonna be able to fit in the pod, right?
yeah, totally. It's a big one. It's not a singular pod. So like if
30 fucking goblins came out that bitch.
12. So a pod of this size, right? Because it's on the bigger side, can fit like 8 medium-sized creatures. So this is not a small pod that shoved into our butt. It's a long-looking tubey torpedo thing.
So can we if we signal the AI, can she ram the ship in so we can get to our own ship, get the hell out of it if we have to?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not like she needs air to breathe, and she can pilot the ship. She just can't do weapons and all that other stuff without us. But she can fly the ship. Not well, but
yeah,
she can fly it.
Well, I mean, she should be able to ram it.
Right, and we have stuff to survive without oxygen for a little bit, hopefully long enough to repair the ship kind of thing. We have a little bit of extra.
I like those. I like that idea.
Okay, so we load up in the thing, hit the return button basically, and go from there?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Computer Whiz, you want to set a timer on this thing to make it look like it got disabled?
Sure, I guess.
Okay. Make a computer's check to work with the AI. Give yourself a plus 4 for working with the AI to set this timer up to make it look like you are. Actually, I take that back. Don't make a computer check. Well, you can make a computer check, or you can make a bluff check. Your choice.
A what check?
Bluff.
Fuck. I didn't put any ranks in bluff, but I put ranks in computers.
Okay, so just do a computer check. That's why I give you the options.
15 plus 8.
Okay, yeah. So you let's see. Sorry, doing math here. Yeah, you're fine. You're good. You're good. So as you do your bluff check to shut down all the systems, you do think it's a pretty convincing job. Basically, the only thing that's on is the AI, and we just start floating, right? Almost immediately, we receive a signal from the Goblin ship. Do you answer?
Yeah.
Okay, you're the only one that speaks Goblin, so you're the one that's speaking. But basically, you're here on the other side. Hey, what happened? We're supposed to be salvaging both of these ships. Those pirates paid us good money to take the next haul.
Got them all. We're nothing.
Ah, okay. What's wrong with the ship? Did you guys accidentally blow off the EMP on the engine again?
It was an accident. Again is a harsh term.
You hear someone say, that voice doesn't quite sound right. Hey, who's speaking?
Fuck.
Make a bluff check.
Can I give a random goblin name?
You 100% can because you speak Goblin. You're not just winging it here, so you don't have advantage. But make a bluff check and it can be
18 plus
believable.
3 is 21. Let's
Perfect.
go.
Let's go! Trick the goblins. They don't see it coming. So you're like, my name's Finger Bob. You guys should know me. You know, I've been part of the crew for a long time. This is my first time on a party. You know, I stopped sweeping things up. They put me on comms because they're trying to fix things. Should I tell them to load up into the escape pod and you'll come pick this thing up in a second? I assume is what you say.
Basically. Ditto.
Ditto. Sorry, I probably should have let you say all that. My bad.
It's alright.
They reply with, yeah, that'll work. We'll swing back around in a second. It's just going to take us a little bit with the extra weight. But you can get to us and reload onto the thing. You know the disengage codes and all that fun stuff, right?
I don't. Maybe someone else does.
Okay, we'll just go ahead and make a diplomacy check to see if you can ask them nicely, because you know that their ship won't fly without the appropriate flight codes.
My diplomacy is pretty good, bro.
Okay. Basically, you're groveling in Goblin for Goblin passcodes.
14.
Perfect. Yeah, they don't see it coming. They're just like, well, why? You should have it anyway, but here it is, and they report it over the line. So, the three of us load up in our handy-dandy fat torpedo, press a couple keys and whatnot, and the small engines that are on this thing detaches from the ship. And as soon as we detach from the ship depressurizes super hard. And we're pushed away, right?
Yeah.
More engines activate, and we kind of lazily float over to the ship. It takes a little bit of time. Okay, yeah, they have no idea that we're coming. I rolled their scanner check to see if they check and see how many people were in the thing, and they critically failed. So, as you guys are flying in close, you see one of their little antennae kind of swing at you, and then an asteroid comes in and just smashes it to pieces.
Fucking idiots.
Penalties of being in an asteroid belt. So, the three of you load up on a pod, which I'm going to say is over here. Load off and decide. There are several other pods, though there is no one waiting currently in the room that you are in, because it is depressurized as you guys are attaching yourself to the other ship, basically. So it has a kind of automated sequence that it does on its own, but there's no goblins in there to help if something went wrong. But I'm going to roll a chance of a luck or unluck in this case to make sure everything goes well.
By the way, Roger, my phone is getting low.
Oh no!
It's at 8%.
Sir, you gotta go charge that. How are we doing on time? Let me look. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. I mean, it might, as long as we have a couple hours. So we're sitting at 2.5 hours, which is a little short, but we had to start late and all that fun stuff. This might be an appropriate point to stop our stuff, or you have to go find a charger, which we can take a small break for you to do that. Whichever.
I don't have a charger that's long enough to reach anything.
All right.
I have just a standard phone charger. I don't feel like trying to lay on my bed while looking at documents. I think this should be a good starting point since we got a late start.
Okay. Yeah, we're sitting at again 2.5-ish hours. RJ, are you okay with that? I know you've been kind of busy anyway, so.
I'm sorry. We're gonna do what?
We're gonna stop the thing for now, just because.
Riley's phone's dead.
Dying, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so let me get on OBS here. Stop stuff. For those of you watching the stream and everything, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful night. Talk to y'all later.